Hey guys, sorry I'm looking like a bag of shit because obviously it's been a busy weekend for me this past weekend. So, my vlog will be on my vlog channel hopefully by Sunday because it's going to be a long process to edit. So I do apologize about the waitness as well as obviously the lack of videos I've been uploading on this channel because quite honestly, this channel is technically just to show off merchandise, signatures, and Blu-rays. Obviously, I've not bought any Blu-rays in a long while, but I bought some wrestling merch this past weekend at Forbidden Door, Pro Wrestling Eve, you know, and I'm blown away with what I've actually got. Yes, I'm on less money still because, quite honestly, I did have a job at one point. They got rid of me over something petty. I was there for like 6 weeks. I wish I took literally to London. I would have gone merch hungry at Forbidden Door. No bullshit here. As well as obviously Pro Wrestling Eve. Because I worked out if I literally was still working the job that I actually had, I could have easily took about 2 to maybe 2.5 grand down with me to London. Not saying something. Even though I took about, I think it was just over 300. Because you got to think, guys, that when you're there, you got to buy beers and food and so on like that. That's top priority for me. Obviously, to keep going throughout the weekend, I surely needed the food uh, as well as obviously the beers. But first and foremost, is the most that I got. Right, I got this at Pro Wrestling Eve, a snapback. As people know, I love my snapbacks. I've not got a major collection of snapbacks, but I like this. Very, very worth picking up. As you can tell in the background, my vlog is going through the editing software. I'm putting day by day. I'm not putting day by day up onto YouTube. I'll be putting it all in one video at some point this week. I'm like putting all the parts into like day by day videos to make it easier for me editing. So that's behind me right now that you can see. Like I was saying, Pro Wrestling Eve snapback, beautiful fit considering what side it's on. It makes my head feel small. You know, normally when I get snapbacks and so on like that, either I've got to not even clip it or because my head's such a swellhead, I know. But yeah, £25, which was actually steel because that's embroidered, not printed on, embroidered. You know what I do like, and I love their logo as well. Um, yeah, so that's one thing I picked up. Then I picked up some pillows. No, I did not pick up some pillows. I'm using this because obviously I've got a black duvet set and it doesn't stand out that well. So, yeah, bear with me. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I should have been more prepared for this. Yeah, I was there shirt. I'm not disappointed with this at all because this year, this was actually breaking the O2. I'm surprised they didn't put the O2 at the bottom. Tell you one thing I was really obsessed with. I wish I actually had the money for it. Was not the belt, surprisingly. Even though I wouldn't mind picking one up, but I didn't think, oh yeah, I'll splash out about 600-700 quid on a belt. No, obviously, I didn't want to carry around with it. I still wonder how people can pick up wrestling belts and then literally, how to put it, carry wrestling belts, even wearing them to wrestling shows. You know, I give them credit for doing it because it's harder than you think. Because with the AEW belts, they feel like they weigh a lot more than the WWE belts. If you didn't know that by now, but anyway, I picked up the Forbidden Door T-shirt to go with my "I Was There" collection. At least one thing this year, they printed "I Was There" on the back. Yeah, so like I was saying, I was obsessed with the hoodie and other stuff. You know, there was so many T-shirts, but obviously I did like the look of them. Although they were flying out, I was fortunate to get my size yet again, 2XL. I don't know if that's 2XL American or 2XL UK. The quality on these, believe it or not, right? for £40 is worth it because they are using amazing t-shirts. They are really highly quality printed. You know, as WWE fans dub AEW as the t-shirt company, you can see why. But the thing is, even though WWE sell a lot of t-shirts at their events, I've noticed they are poorly made. And that's not me hating on WWE, because they literally rush them left, right, and centre. As well, the only gripe I've got with WWE, stop rising your prices so much on certain things, such as t-shirts at wrestling shows. You know, stick to one price. And this is one thing I like about AEW. They've never upped their price since All In 2023, when I first went. You know, and then went last year, same price. But obviously, the shirt that I wanted sold out. That was on one of my last uploads that I picked up only recently. Is it recently or a few months ago now? But anyway, yeah. So I got the I Was There shirt. I'm glad I got that. I might be getting a Dynamite one when I go Dynamite in December, which they announced, which I'm over the moon with. Hotel's already booked for that, and hotel's already booked for All In next year. So hopefully I got a bit more money for those events. But yeah, I love that shirt. I love the colour scheme on it. You know, there were so many shirts that I really wanted, so much merch and so on. You know, but obviously lack of funding fucking annoys me. But yeah. So next one.